Make sure I be able to see. That's where the sun sits best. Okay, that's right up on me. Hey, Tangie. I have a little time today. You have any questions you want about business? Some stuff you may want to know or be curious about, or just questions? I have a little time. They're working on my apartment, doing a little maintenance, and I found myself with a little bit of free time, so I said, hey, I got time today. Ask me some questions. I know at one point, hold on, since they're working on my apartment, I haven't eaten. At one point, Tangie, you were curious about Turo. Ask me a question about Turo or business bank accounts. What obstacle would you need to overcome to start a business? Ask me a question like that. What type of obstacle are you facing when it comes to starting some type of business? Yesterday, some of the questions were, how do I actually get started? One of the questions in the comments, the guy was just like, how do I start? And I told him, I said, you know what? Starting a business is actually very simple. Start. You don't have to have the business bank account, the LLC, a business plan, any of that. The best way to start your business is to actually just start doing it. If you decide, okay, I want to start a babysitting service. Because, there's very good money in babysitting. Very good money. Just start soliciting. Put it on Facebook and tell people, hey, at night I'm going to start watching children. It's $50 a child. You put your hours out there, and boom. That's the best way to start. I find that many people want to start something, but they're so nervous about all of the paperwork and everything that's required that they never actually just start working in the business. The best thing to do is just start. And then you'll start seeing that extra income come in that actually you'll like. Once you start seeing that additional income come in, you're like, hey, wait a minute. How can I generate more of this income? So for me, the best way to start working in your business is to literally just start. Like with my cleaning service. How I started was, I was dating a guy, and I was working at Bank of America being an underwriter, and I was probably making about $60,000, $65,000, something like that. And that was back in that was 2014. So about $65,000 or so, something like that. And that was considered good money, a good job back then, great benefits. But I was, honest to God, just tired of getting up and getting there every day. Hey, Janae, getting up and going there every day, not having the free time that I wanted, having to have them tell me when to come to work, what to do, how to do it, how long to do it. And I was at a point in my life where I can see that I wanted more freedom. I'm looking back on all of this now, y'all, just so you know. And like right now, I was working on my Dell laptop, sitting outside, the freedom to sit outside and work on my laptop in the quiet, listening to the birds chirp. But I didn't realize it at the time, but I felt like I was suffocating there. So I had my guarantee, $60,000, $65,000, whatever that was, plus my overtime and bonuses. And in other people's world, and in my world at the time, that was good. Hey, Lavelle, that was good. It was stable. It was inside. It was at a desk. You dress up. You look nice. Everything looks good, like on TV, like they say you're supposed to be living the American dream. So to be an underwriter at Bank of America was a kind of a thing, because the underwriter is a little higher. So that's a good thing. But I wasn't feeling fulfilled. I wasn't feeling happy. I wasn't at peace. I honestly Some days, y'all, I would go in the parking lot and I would start getting knots in my stomach. Simply because I disliked being there. And it wasn't the company. It was the position that I was in life, of having to be somewhere and do something for somebody else 5 days a week. Not having the freedom to just kind of stick and move. You get what I'm saying? Not having the freedom to control my own circumstances in life. And so I was dating a guy, and he worked in and out of town. So before he would come to town, I had a key to his house. And I would go in and clean up, because I would spend the night with him when he would come to town. And I just like a clean place. And him going in and out a lot, his house wouldn't be as clean as I wanted. And nothing but bad, anything. But one day, he called me when he was on his way home. He said, "Baby, you clean my house so good every time. I feel bad. How about I start paying you?" I said, "Yeah, because I am doing it, and I do a damn good job of cleaning. I like a clean house. I like a fresh house. I'm not OCD, but I can't live in disarray and unorganization and smells and stuff. I don't like it." So I started realizing I can make money off my regular old gift. You know, sometimes we discount our gift. We do it so easily that we don't realize it can actually be monetized. And our gift could take us to more. Because God gives everybody a gift. But often what they do, especially at church sometimes, I'm not down in church, but many times at church and stuff, they make you seem like you should give your gift away for free. Like you should volunteer and just all of it always be free. But if that was the case, Popeyes would be giving away chicken. You get what I'm saying? Realtors and stuff would be giving away homes, because they're good at showing you a house that matches for you and blah, blah, blah. The builders would be just giving it away. The car dealership, GMC, they're so great at making cars. Why aren't the cars free? It's somebody's gift to be able to have thought of building a vehicle. So why isn't it free? We should be able to monetize our gift without, hey Cynthia, without feeling guilty for it. You may have the gift of gab. You may have the gift of, you're good at securing things. You're good at baking cakes. Realize that you can monetize that gift, and that can make your life much more free. And then when you start like cleaning, I naturally clean. That's instant money right there. So when I clean a house, I get paid for it immediately. Now it doesn't even feel so much like work, because it's something that I naturally do. I can walk into a house and see things, and like sometimes I have to hold myself back, because I'm like, oh, I see the baseboard, I see the ceiling fan, I see the air ducts, the AC ducts. I see stuff in disarray, and it's natural for me to want to go over there and get it right. Like some people's houses may smell, and I'll just ask them, I say, "Hey, when the last time you changed your AC filter?" You're supposed to change your AC filter at least once a month. That helps with the smell. I'll see different things. I'll look up and I'll see their AC vents, and they'll be dusty because the AC filter is dirty, and the air duct is dirty. A lot of that is just cleaning the house. But that's just natural for me. Start following what's natural for you, and think about how your gifts can make room. Because like right now, let's just say my money was all right. Y'all know I would be so straight. It's what time? What time of day is it? It is 1:27. And I'm sitting here with basically nothing to do. I've got the businesses to the point where they're running themselves and they're doing their things. So I'm really sitting here. I'm going to go pick up my grandbaby at 3, and I might take her to get some McDonald's or some ice cream or something. But I basically have nothing pressing that I have to do. You get what I'm saying? That gift of being able to clean. I still wear my cleaning shirt. The cleaning crew is actually out now cleaning houses. That gift of being able to clean took me to learning business. It took me to knowing that I need to read more, knowing that I need to listen to podcasts, knowing that I need to act even though I'm fearful, even though I'm scared. My gift, hey Erica, my gift did that. My gift started me because I can clean houses. But then it started teaching me, God started saying, hey, you want to do more. Start reading books. Start taking mentorships. Start investing in yourself. You need to be healthier. Go ahead and listen to those podcasts. Start learning more. I start realizing I make more money with my brain than my hands. So that's why the businesses can run themselves. And the more I enhance my brain, the more money I can actually make. You get what I'm saying? So today, that's why I'm asking you all. I'm just sitting here talking. But if you have a question, let's see if I can answer it. If I can't, I'll go find the answer and get back with you. That's why I'm starting my Rising CEO Academy. It's only $97 a month starting in June. We will meet twice a month via Zoom. And we will have topics every single time. And I'm going to assign books because my people need to read more. Many of my people don't read. And when we don't read, we don't know. And when we don't know, we perish and we pass that stuff down to our kids. If I don't read, why would my daughter? If I don't listen to podcasts to enhance my learning, why would my daughter? If I don't stretch myself, why would my daughters? So sometimes if your children are doing bad in school, go look at your own habits. If they never see you pick up a book, if they never see you turn on a podcast, if they never see you listen to a book, if they never see you take a course, why would they? They're learning directly from us. If they never see us be in uncomfortable situations, yet still push ourselves through that uncomfortability, why would they? We are their ultimate examples. We can't expect them to do what we're not willing to do. If I'm 40 or 50 years old and I'm not willing to push myself, why would a 14-year-old do it? They don't even have my mental capacity. So if I'm 50 and my mental capacity won't push myself, a 14, 15-year-old whose mind has not completed growing, why would they? We are the ultimate examples. We live our life. We are the ultimate examples for our children. Some gonna go astray, that's fine. But still, if I never get up in front and talk in front of people, if I never start that business, if I never apply for that promotion, why would I expect my offspring to do it? Why would I expect them to be greater than me when they are just simply a piece of me? My goal is to make my ceiling high so that my offspring's floor is even higher. You get what I'm saying? I was talking to my sister about that today. My goal is to make my ceiling way up here. Let's just say this is my ceiling. That means that's my daughter's floor. Then she build up and she make her ceiling real high. That means that's her daughter's floor. If our ceiling is at our feet, that means our children's floor is at our. We're not really passing along anything. So only thing I realize in life is the only things that I can control. And the only things I can control, I take everybody out of my stuff. I can only control me. Since I can only control me, it's up to me to walk through fear and have faith over fear and know that, yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, thou art with me. Break that down. I take it out of those terms. He's saying that even though I'm scared, I know that God has my hand. So I just keep walking. Even though I can't see God and I can't feel him physically, I know that he's there. So, yay, even though I'm scared and I'm walking through the darkness, I know that God has me. How many people actually believe it? We'll go to church, we'll repeat it, we'll say it, but we never act on it. So really we lying to God because we don't believe it. We making it look like we believe it to all the people who are around us, but we never act on it, so we don't even believe it. So now we're liars. And to me, the worst thing you can have is a liar and a thief. Of course, a murderer. But remember they said, if you lie, you'll steal. If you steal, you'll kill. So we have to ask ourselves, are we liars? If I'm a liar, I raise liars. They watch what I do. So I say one thing, but I don't do it. Ultimately, that's lying. I say God got me, and he this, and he that, and he everything, but I never act on it. I'm a liar. And just like everything else, liars bust hell wide open, just like a murderer will. So that thing runs deep. It's not just business. It runs deep. That's the thing that it started making me think deeper. You know what I mean? And a lot of it comes from just reading a lot of different books and listening to a lot of podcasts and taking mentorships and hearing things from different people's point of view. And it really expanded, hey Donald, my thought process on why I'm here. And I'm looking at it. I'm a black female that hasn't had an actual job since February of 2016. I haven't had an actual job since February of 2016. And that's because I left. That's like crazy, ain't it? And no, I don't get on food stamps and HUD and all of that kind of stuff. I'm self-sufficient, self-sustaining, without having to go and work. And if I can do that, Reebok 1992, I had my daughters at 17 and 18. I'm regular like everybody else. That means it can be done. So, anybody have any questions? Just thoughts, food for thought. Say something so I can have something to talk about instead of me just sitting here yapping to the TV, to the phone. And just remember, Rising CEO Academy. I promise you will learn so much. You will expand your thought process so much. Many of the businesses fail simply because they don't know how to do business. They're great at doing the business. Like, I'm great at cleaning, but yet I can't keep up with my expenses. I can't keep up with my income. I don't have a system of keeping up with anything. I don't know how to pay my people. I don't know how to write off how I pay my people. I don't know that today is the last day you need to renew your LLC. Otherwise, it's going to go from $100 to $500. And you have to do it in the state of Florida by today. So many businesses fail not because they're not good at what they're doing. They're not good at the actual work of business. And what I realized is I had to make the cleaning work itself so that I can do other things to learn business. Because it's hard for me to do the cleaning and sit here and renew LLCs and do payroll and figure out all my expenses and see who gonna get paid, who not gonna get paid. Shop around for car insurance, shop around for liability insurance, get things fixed at this house, contact them to tow this car. It's hard for me to do that if I'm physically in the toilet. You get what I'm saying? So with them doing all of that, that means I have to keep up with their payroll. I have to keep up with their year-to-dates. I have to keep up with that so I can give it to my CPA so that when I pay it out of my business bank account, it can be counted as an expense. I know that I can't pay people in cash. Paying them in cash, they can pay me in cash As a business, I can accept cash, but paying other people out in cash, the IRS cannot, hey Shanika, the IRS cannot keep up with that. So I can't count it as an expense. But those are things that I had to learn, and I'm still learning. You get what I'm saying? So I have some time because they're in there working. My toilet was leaking in my apartment. So they're working on the toilet, and I've kind of done what I needed to do today. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm working on a thing. It's called ClickFunnels. And it's like a, you know how you get pop-ups sometimes? And you're like, dang, Google must be listening to me. I have a 4-week trial for that particular software. And I have 2 weeks left. So I'm going to just do it and try to make it work to see if it will actually generate me some more leads. But that's something I had to take too. I had to take a 5-day course to learn more about ClickFunnels. Now, 2 of the days I was actually in Orlando. So Tracy took all 5, I took 3. But we have access to a software, and it's called ClickFunnels. And ClickFunnels is where they do those pop-ups and different things like that, and you can get the people's email addresses. Now you can send them emails about your product or your offer or things like that. You know how you're on those email lists, and like you go to Rainbow right now, and Rainbow will ask you, you want to sign up for our email list? So you sign up for their email list, and they send you coupons and special things that they have going on. That's what ClickFunnels is. So ClickFunnels is a software that does that. And I have 2 weeks left on that trial because I want to gain more clients for my Rising CEO Academy. And I realized that my Facebook is not going to do it. I realized that many people like that I'm talking to right now, they're just not the people. Not that nothing is wrong with that. I need to expand my reach. You can hear them working in my bathroom. Expand my reach to other people who may be looking for my specific product that I don't have physical contact with. Not just physical, but contact with Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. I need to expand my reach. So I'm going to be paying for a certain software because I want to expand my reach to more people. Y'all get what I'm saying? Because often we have to realize sometimes what we think is because a person is our friend, they're going to be our customer. And then when they're our friend and they're not our customer, we get upset saying nobody supports us. But honestly, sometimes your friends just don't need what you're offering. But there are people out there who need it. You just have to figure out a way to get to those people. Many of my friends are not my customers. They don't come to the car wash. They don't get their house clean. They don't rent the cars. They don't rent the Airbnbs. They don't use us as a notary. They don't use us for bartending. They don't use us for 360. I don't take offense to that. It's just that what I'm offering, they don't need. So what my duty is to go out and find the people who need what I'm offering and then bring the income to me. You get what I'm saying? So that's it's called that one particular that I'm trying. It's called ClickFunnels. And I have a box and everything in there with ClickFunnels. But when I first started in 2016, there go Charlie. Y'all, that's my toilet was leaking. Yeah, so he in there, it wasn't bad, but it was like water coming up a little bit in the living room. Not in the living room, by the kitchen.
Oh, okay.
So he had replacing the pipe and all that stuff.
Yeah, toilet's cool.
It's just, he had to do that toilet with like a yeah. Y'all, that's Charlie.
Y'all know who it is?
All right. Yeah, that's my Charlie. That's my neighbor down there. But what was I saying? Oh, you have to go out and you have to find the people who need your product. And that's another way that entrepreneurs use an excuse to be not so progressive. Don't want nobody to support my business. Most of the people you know don't need what you have. So you use that as an excuse not to expand your horizon and open your mouth and try to reach new people. So you use that as an excuse to back into the corner, be upset that nobody won't support your business, versus opening yourself up, walking through your fear and talking to people you don't know because they may need your product. If they need your product, you can extract the money out of their pocket. Extracting that money out of their pocket helps with your freedom. Now you get to doing that. You can do your own hours. What we get used to is mama work 8 to 5, grandma work 8 to 5, my sister work 8 to 5, everybody work 8 to 5, and they don't know any different. So it's hard to step out of a box that nobody knows. And then when you do start doing it, because they don't know any different, they may be your main discouragers simply because of their ignorance of not knowing. You have to go find you a tribe that knows. When I first started, y'all, I'm telling you, my mama said, she said, Kiki, I know you're doing your cleaning thing. She said, but I don't think you should ever quit your job. That's a good job. In all actuality, I did have a good job. I was making $65,000 back in 2015, 14. I started in 14. $65,000 back in 2014. No, I didn't start in 14. I started cleaning in 14. I started there in like 2010. But anyway, I had been in the mortgage industry forever anyway. But like, okay, 2014, making $65,000. We getting bonuses, and we getting overtime. And granted, before, when the mortgage was booming, I was making more money than that earlier. And then I was working for Bank of America, who has one of the best healthcare insurance out there, healthcare and dental, 401k. So in all actuality, I was doing all right. But I wasn't satisfied. Should I be satisfied because you say I'm sad? I should be satisfied. Or should I be satisfied because I'm actually happy? We have to learn to live our life for ourselves. I could have been satisfied because they say I should have been satisfied. But had I did that, I was miserable. I was tired of just doing it. Didn't want to go work for another company because granted, I was at the company that had the best insurance anyway. And it was, one of the better paying ones. So I could have stayed there. But I wouldn't have been me. I'd have been somebody else. I wouldn't even be, this thing wouldn't even been a thing. So my mama said, I know you're doing your cleaning thing, but I don't think you should quit your job because that's a good job. And it was. But then when I started cleaning at night, and that money started coming immediately. Bank of America money, you had to wait every 2 weeks. I started getting used to my money on spot. Like, soon as I do it, boom. Soon as I do it, boom, 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 boom. That cash started rolling. Now I'm like, damn near like set it off. Like, I gotta do this again. Because I'm making my other money and I got cash in my pocket every single day. Let me see how I can get some more people. Let me see how I can hire Raniel and Aisha. Let me see how I can get some more clients. Because I like this instant money. It started making me say, I don't want to wait no dang on 2 weeks, every 2 weeks to get paid. I'm living like I got the budget so tight. I'm just, because I was always, twice a month, every 2 weeks getting paid. But then when I started that entrepreneurship, and babe, I'm getting paid every day. I'm getting money every single day.
Go back to Home Depot and get a tank float for you now.
Okay, I'm fine. I'm starting getting money every single day. I ain't waiting on it, and it's tax free. So my duty then was to say, okay, how do I write these expenses off so I can keep this thing being as least tax free as possible? Because remember, let's say I made $100. If I made $100, I got $100. If I was at Bank of America and I made $100, I got $80. And I had to wait 2 weeks on it. So now I'm getting tax-free money. Like, that's better money. Then I started learning from my CPA after doing a consultation. that the tax rates on entrepreneurship is lower than the tax rate on W-2 people. So now I'm like, what? I get to, he said it, George Spencer, he said, you get to make your money, you get to spend your money, then you get to figure out how not to pay taxes on it at a lower tax rate. He said the other people make their money, the IRS take their money, and they live off what's left. And he said, do you think Donald Trump will ever let somebody touch his money before he touches money? And I started realizing when I was W-2 working for somebody, I let them touch my money before I touch my money. Now nobody will ever touch my money before I touch my money. I touch my money. So I had to read, I had to learn some new strategies. So now I use my business bank account to keep up with the expenses. He runs it through QuickBooks. And that's how he keeps up with my expenses. So I make my money, I spend my money, and I figure out how not to pay taxes on it. And then I filed an extension on that. So what's the date? April 15th? I always extend to October. I may go 2-3 years without paying the taxes. Depending on how you do it. And I didn't know, sometimes we have natural disasters. Like 2 years ago, 2 or 3, one of them hurricanes came through right around October 15th. So what the IRS did for the state of Florida, they automatically, you know how October 15th, April 15th is the original date, but you can extend to October 15th. They automatically, for the state of Florida, extended us to like February of the next year. So now you go all of that time without having to file taxes. When the other people, what they trying to do is file so quick so they can get a refund. And the refund is just money that was overpaid. And it ain't like IRS gave you a refund with interest on it. But if you have to owe them, like I owe them a lot, so it's fine. I set up a payment plan. When you owe them, they charge a little interest on it. So how they get you is when you're W-2 and you get a refund, they don't give you any interest on that money that held from you all year long. They don't jack it up none. So if they give you $3,500, they don't say, okay, I'm gonna add 3% onto that because we held your money. Like in a bank account, even when you hold it in a bank account, they give you 1% or something. They don't give you nothing. They just give you dollar for dollar back. But if you owe them, they charge you interest on the money that you owe them. How messed up is that? Hey, Faith, how messed up is that? Think about it. So we're around here going to H&R Block and stuff, trying to get us a refund and get it instantly and fast. When the IRS say, okay, here you go. But they don't even charge you money, charge you interest on the money they done held from you all year long that was actually your money. But you owe them. They're going to charge you interest on it. That's food for thought. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying I would never refund. I had 2 daughters. I always used to want my refund. Always. It wasn't until now I realized, like, dang, talking to my CPA and taking classes and stuff, learning all this different stuff, I'm like, wow. I didn't think about that back then. I didn't even know, and I didn't know to think of it. You know what I'm saying? So this one is called Q&A. Ask me. You have some questions you want to ask me, thinking about it. Don't be shy. Give me something to do. I have my laptop right here. I'm sitting outside my apartment, chilling. This helps me out. Faith, Aisha, Ronielle, Brenda, Shanika. Anybody got a question? Some thoughts? Food for thoughts? Something you want to know? How to open a business account? Your LLC? What's the difference between W-2 and 1099? You know, just a question. I can't ramble stuff off. I like for people to ask me the question so I can answer it, or at least try to find it out, because I have Google too. I'm sitting right here. So I just want people to think about it. And that's another reason I'm doing Rising CEO Academy. With Rising CEO Academy, it's not going to be all just about business, because a lot of our personal stuff keeps us out of the way of being to our greatest potential. Like I have one, it's the 12 habits to divorce. And one of the habits is procrastination. Oh God. Procrastination is one of the main ones. And I'm not saying that I don't procrastinate. I fight against it. Because sometimes I do want to procrastinate. I'm like, ooh, I don't want to do this one right now, because that's just, And I have to fight against procrastination, because procrastination is just fear. It's a book I read, and it's actually free. If you pull it up on YouTube, it's called Eat the Frog. Just pull it up on YouTube, Eat the Frog. Eat the Frog is about procrastination. It's like 2 hours long to listen to it, but the gist of it is, do whatever is the most difficult first. Act as if it's a frog. If you had to eat a frog every single day, would you save it for dinner, or would you eat it for breakfast? You get what I'm saying? If you knew that you had to eat a frog every single day, would you just all day long kind of like, oh God, I gotta get to that frog. Oh, I gotta get that frog. And you wait till dinner to eat it. Or would you just wake up in the morning, eat the frog, now you got the rest of the day to yourself? That's procrastination. So the book has a lot of layers and good stuff in it, but I just summed that whole book up in a real brief summary of, if you had to eat a frog, would you, and that's a question I want somebody to answer who listening. If you had to eat a frog, would you eat it in the morning, or would you eat it at night? When would you eat the frog? That's basically a mindset saying, hey, if I know I have to do something, do the hard task first. If you don't like exercising, go ahead and get it over with and just do it. Until you can get yourself to a self-discipline point where you say, okay, you know what? I'm going to go to this class at 6 o'clock. Like I go to the gym at 6:15 because it's a class I like. But when I first started getting back into my workouts, I had to go walk in the morning because I needed to get it over with. I needed to get that thing accomplished. I needed to retrain my mind and retrain my body to doing this. So I ate the frog in the morning. Now I'm good at it. I'm good with it. And it's become routine. It's become habit. I can go to my 6:15 class because it's part of my routine. You get what I'm saying? But originally, I had to eat that frog in the morning, baby. Get it over with because I ain't want to do it. But once I worked it into my habits and part of my routine, now I can go at 6:15. Part of it is because I really like the people that I'm with. I really like my trainer. I really like the music. I really like the sense of community that James Lee Fitness is Life with Lee offers. I really do. And I love the benefits of being able to get into my clothes without like and feeling better and feeling healthier. So the benefits are great. I really do. But just thoughts. Anybody have any type of question? I'm sitting here in my scheduling. If you want to sign up for Rising CEO Academy, go to my link in my bio. It says book with kitties. That's Rising CEO. Going to start in June. I don't have my exact date yet, but I'm working on it. Rising CEO Academy. We will meet. And Rising CEO Academy is actually for current entrepreneurs and aspiring entrepreneurs. Anybody, if you're curious, if you thought about it, if you know that your sister or somebody's been thinking about it, I know that they will find these sessions so valuable. Y'all, let me tell you something. A lot of people talk to me. Come and we'll just talk about stuff. And I put it on Facebook today because often I'll have dreams about people. It might be something we talked about 6 months ago, and I'll dream about it. And I'll wake up like, dang, let me tell them. Like last night, I have a friend, and he works, of course. I mean, of course he works. He works. But the thing about him working, he works so much, but he's really good at cutting hair. I've never actually seen him cut hair except his own. I've seen his haircut. But he's great at cutting hair. And I know he works a lot. Last night, I dreamed he had his own barber shop. And it was a girl that he was cutting her hair. She had locks, and then the sides were tapered, were low. And she wanted him to tape it up and put designs in it. So he was doing that and putting designs in it. And it was a little boy, maybe about 9 or 10, sitting in the waiting chair to get his hair cut. Now, I see this vividly. The little boy had on a black shirt with red shorts. My friend had on burgundy shorts. The girl had on like a dress. Her hair was in locks, but it's pulled up so that he could get to the sides, and he was cutting the designs in. One of his friends, who I don't know, it was a guy standing to the side, looked like one of his friends. He was dark-skinned. And I'm sitting in there. And I'm like, if I'm dreaming these vivid dreams about other people, and it happens often, and sometimes I'll tell the person, and because they don't see their own dreams, they don't see their own way out, they can't fathom that actually being true, they laugh like, that's good, girl. That was a dream, definitely, because that ain't going to happen. And they dismiss it. And I feel like God just be showing me stuff for people via my dreams. Do you get what I'm saying? So I'm not even a selfish dreamer. I dream about other people's stuff. I'm a part there because like I was sitting in the barbershop. And not saying that he blew it off. He can't see it for himself in his current circumstances. He can't see that actually happening. And he doesn't, but I don't know if he believes it really could or if he really wants to. But it's just something that God showed me out of nowhere. And hey, Tamika, hey, Jessica. And that happens to me a lot. Well, we might have talked about something, and then a couple months later, maybe a year later, I'll have vivid dreams about other people's lives. Like a beauty salon or different things, vivid dreams. And I'll go back and tell them. And because it is a dream, and they can't dare to dream, they don't see it. They can't even open up their thought process of their mind to dare to dream what God just showed me. It could be 2 years later, if they started working right then, they could have that, what God showed me. Because God does that to me a lot. I'll wake up in the middle of the night with solutions to an issue I might have had that day. And I'm like, dang, if I do this and this and this and this and this, then that can happen. I'm telling you, I'll call my sister. She'll call me. Oftentimes it comes to me in the shower too. Something about taking a nice shower. Because I like to shower head to go down and I be, rinsing myself and doing all of that. And a solution will come to me. Or a thought will come to me and I'm like, God dang it, I didn't even think about it like that. It's in my periods of rest and letting my brain just be that I come up with some of my best insights. And I know it's not just me, but sometimes we dismiss that stuff as just mere dreams versus thinking, is God trying to show me something? Because we can't see God. We can't physically feel him, but we know his presence and he shows us things in our mind. But I believe that sometimes we get so caught up in the hustle and bustle of life that when God does speak, we don't even believe it's him speaking. You ever thought about that? And that's another reason that I'm starting. I have KBE Wellness and Health that I'm going to be working on. It's because I'm realizing a lot of people, the reason they aren't healthy is because they're not well. And I'm not saying well like heartaches or like a heart attack. They're not mentally well. They may be at jobs they don't like. They may be in relationships they don't want to be in. They may have kids that are driving them bonkers. and not know how to cope. And then that is one of the reasons that when God does drop something on them, their brain is so cluttered that they can't open up to even think that that could be something that God is showing them. And they have so much going on, they can't even see how to take the first steps because little Tay-Tay over here acting an ass. So I really wanted to get, I'm going to be getting into wellness also. Because our wellness is what matters. Like right now, you all see I've been sitting out here, I think I first went on, it was 11:27. It's 2:03. And we hit a bird. I'm basically done. I'm going to work on this ClickFunnels. But for like the first time in my life, let me tell y'all something. Age 45 and up has been fantastic. Not always perfect, but I'll be 50 this year in October. Age 45 and up has been the most peaceful years of my life. Like right now, I'm sitting here with my laptop open, talking on Facebook Live. Peace. Peace. These have been the most peaceful years of my life. Come on now. But I had to soul search my wellness to get there. But that means often letting go of things and people and situations that we don't want to let go in order to find our wellness. Letting things go. Sometimes you can sit on a nail and that nail hurt your butt so bad, but because you're used to that spot, you'll just stay on the nail. You're nervous about what's around the corner. You're more nervous about what's around the corner than you're concerned about the hurt and the pain that you're sitting in. Simply because you know that hurt and pain. But anything else around the corner, you're like, I don't know. So instead of walking in fear, which could have the possibility of being rainbows around the corner, we stay over here in the storm because at least it's a storm that we know. Versus it could be a storm around the corner and we don't know it, but it could be rainbows and gummy bears and gumdrops and gold coins around there. But instead of that, we'll never know because we won't go try and see. We won't even explore the possibility that God could have something around that corner. We will die, like Steve Harvey said, we will die with all of these unopened gifts. He got presents on presents on presents stacked up for us. But we will die, never have opened them, simply because our fear kept us there. And then we'll have 4, 5 kids. Everybody scary. And it all stemmed from me being scared. My grandma used to tell my granddad named Douglas. She said, Douglas, you're scared to live, you're scared to goddamn die. My grandma been deceased since 2011. Geraldo was a mess. She passed in 2011. Granddaddy, I think he passed in like 02, something like that. But growing up, after Granddaddy retired from Marita, he didn't do nothing. And I distinctly remember her saying that all the time. Douglas, you're scared to live and you're scared to goddamn die. And I tell people that now that sticks with me. I see people, I'm like, you scared to live and you scared to damn die too. You don't know what you want to do. You don't know what you living in fear, but you're scared to live, scared to die. You say God is in heaven and you're going to be rich in heaven and everything there, but you're scared to go there. And you're scared to live. He said you can have your riches in heaven and on earth. Think about it. You can have peace in both places. That's how he set it up. But anyway, y'all. Nobody asked a question yet. I said, ask me a question. And I'm going to sit here a little longer to see if anybody have a question. I'm going to click photos. That's my baby. Mwah. Love you. I'm going to sit here a little longer, see if anybody have a question. It's an affiliate program. I have some time. I got to pick my baby up at 3, my grandbaby. And it's 2:08, so I got a little time. Welcome to Marketing Secrets newsletter. I'm actively implementing my marketing method. This is where you get the results from my testing. Here's how to transform your business in 2 minutes today. It said, today you'll learn in 2 minutes or less. It's a newsletter from Russell. 6 affiliate programs you're doing right now. A podcast, Unlocking Steve Larson's dramatic demonstration inside the community. Maybe they live in that apartment with a big old dog. I gotta find my ClickFunnels. Rising CEO Academy. I'm telling you, look it up. I gotta find my login. Anybody have any questions? I'm here. It is such a nice day. Man, it really is. I have time. Ask me some questions. I think people rather sit here and listen to me talk. Anybody got a question? I gotta find my email to get back on. I'm about to sit down with Tracy and do this one. Maybe tomorrow. I cannot stand cigarette smokers. It just go. You don't even see it, you can smell it. Hey, anybody have a question? I'm here. I have a couple more minutes. ClickFunnels course. You're enrolled in the course. The first one. I'm gonna get this thing. Rising CEO Academy. Write it down. Next year this time, it's gonna be a thing. I'm speaking that into existence. Next year this time, it's going to be a thing. This is what I want. I want to have over like 200 students. I want to have a Jeep, black Jeep with Rising CEO Academy on it. Nice big cat. I want to have events where we discuss business, where we discuss credit, where we discuss wellness. I want to have things like that. Things that truly help us. Things that get dismissed so often. Like, I bet you if I would have came over here on him and I'd have talked about some gossip, I'd have headed this. Girl, you saw what happened with such and such last night. I have about 45 people looking at it right now. Because our people, we love gossip and we love to be entertained. We use that as a mask, an instant gratification over long-term success mask. We love our reality shows. We love to see what new J's came out, what movies out, this and this. We use a lot of stuff to mask the fact that we're not happy, we're not financially secure, and that we're not trying to be any of it. We're not trying to learn. We're not trying to be better. So what we do is we like to be entertained. You can do a song and dance in front of black people, and you can be robbing their car. They'll be so entertained by the song and dance that you can get everything out their car and their house. Because they're more interested in that than, damn, did I lock my door? Is somebody robbing me? And that's what happens is they throw out this ratchet rap, Sexy Red. And not saying I'm a Sexy Red hater. It is ratchet and it is ghetto and it is ignorant. And that's no doubt that it is. But we get so entertained by that our kids are acting like freaking hoodlums in school. Nobody's learning. Our young people going out to the beach shooting each other and killing each other because we like entertainment and we start listening to entertainment. Our daughters, all they know how to do is twerk and can't even read. They got on 18 pounds of makeup, lace front wigs, fake eyelashes, fake nails, and don't have any skills. No customer service skills, no interpersonal skills, no emotional intelligence, nothing. Just a sack of uselessness. Oh, one day they're going to have households to raise. They're going to have children to raise. And all they know is ignorance. They can tell you how to twerk. They can tell you what's on Shein. They can tell you what gossip going on around the corner. Who got pregnant, who fucking with who. But you put a checkbook in front of them. They don't know how to check. They don't know how to write a check. They don't know how to balance a bank account. They can't clean a house. They don't have emotional intelligence, so anything sets them off. They don't know how to raise kids. They can't even teach the kids the basic things because they don't know. They can half-ass read. And when they do read, they can't comprehend what they're reading. But yet, she look good, she fine, she twerking all over the place, but she a hot dummy. And that hot dummy gonna have a baby from your son. Now, who gonna raise it? And then when they do raise it, they don't have nothing to teach it. So they damn near raising them like wolves. Then they send them to school to sit with your kids. Not a whole class going slow. And then if somebody can read and doing good, they want to pick at them for being smart. Now this person don't want to get beat up, so they acting dumb, and eventually you come what you act. Now we have generations of just dummies. Get mad? I don't care. My kids are grown. And thank you, Jesus, for that. So I ain't got to deal with none of it. But I see it all the time. And I have a lot of friends that are school teachers. And then them little boys with them wicks in their head. It's cute. They think it's cute. No, they look like a dummy. It look like I can already predict how much money he gonna make and if he gonna be in jail or dead. And why make him have to beat the odds? Because every time you see a fight, them wicks are involved. So if I always, in any fight I see, my wicks are involved, why would I grow wicks on my son's head? So he can look like a thug already? And then he start acting like what he looked like? And black males are the least educated of everybody on earth. Black males are the least educated of everybody on earth. Why would I subject my son to that? Why? And some people will get mad at me for saying what I'm saying, but it is what it is. I'm not lying. I'm not going to say every single one, because you can't say every single one, but the probability is very high. So if the probability is very high, why subject my child to it? If the probability of her wearing gold wig with gold baby hair constitute her being a hoochie, even though she may be straight A's and really nice, why would I let her wear it? You can wear that when you get out my house and you paying all your own bills. But while you here, I'm not going to put you over there where the probability could run you as hoochie. And then, because you look like a hoochie, those type of men are going to approach you. And I don't know if you're strong enough to take it. So when Ray Ray, who 22, approached the 17-year-old, and she got the gold hair and the lashes and the nails and the makeup, she wearing the hoochie outfit, and Ray Ray sexy. He ain't buy shit, but he sexy. So she wearing the hoochie outfit, and Ray Ray come up to her. Who knows if she gonna turn Ray Ray down or not? 85% say she not gonna turn Ray Ray down. So now she gonna be fucking with Ray Ray, all because she had on the uniform. All because she had on the uniform. If you wear the whole uniform, people gonna treat you like the hoe. The guys that like hoes is gonna approach you because you got on the uniform. And that's just something we have to do with our daughters. Same thing with our sons. If he has on a hoodlum uniform, those are the guys that are gonna start talking to him. Now those guys smoke a lot of weed. So now your son, he wanna be part of the crowd. He don't wanna look like a green nigga. That's how they gonna talk. He don't wanna look like that. So now he stand up there smoking weed just to be part of the crowd. Now that weed done start slowing his brain down. Now he listening to they dumbass rationalities, that weed talk. And so now he ingesting all that ghetto shit. All because he looked the part, so the people that are the part approached him. 85% of them, and especially boys, I don't care what they say, boys are followers. They follow each other real hard. Real hard. They want to be a part of the clique. They don't want to be the green dude. He ain't call me all that. I ain't die like that. So, no, 90% of them gonna fall into that weed man, into that look. But he looking like if he got the uniform on, he eventually start acting that way. We act according to the uniform. If he got on a suit, the probability is very high that he won't act like that. If he got a suit and a low haircut, a nice little cut, or some locks that's nice and neat, the probability is he won't be over there with the weak boys smoking weed. So why subject my son to this crap? When you get out my house and you pay all your bills, you can do what you want. But I love you enough for you not to like me. I love you enough for you to be mad at me. And I told my daughters that. And they know it. When they were growing up, I told them, I said, I love you so much. You being mad at me don't mean nothing to me. Because at the end of the day, you will always come back to me. You will always want what I got. You will think that you don't. And then one day it will hit you like a ton of bricks that your mama was the shit. Your mama knew exactly what she was talking about. But until that day comes, be mad at me. Don't like me. I love you too much to give you bad advice. And if you think it's bad advice, it can be bad advice for you at that moment. But eventually you'll run back to me. And they did. And what I can say is both of them are doing very well. I don't have nobody living with me. I don't have nobody asking me for money. I don't have no daughters, hoochie daughters. I don't have no hood stuff going on. Ain't nobody smoking weed. Everybody at work. Dominica nurse. Monique at her hair salon. I don't pick my grandbaby up because even though my daughter have her own hair salon, she decided to go back to school to be an esthetician. Even though she has a 4-year degree from Florida A&M University. So she has a 4-year degree from FAM. She has her own salon. And she's in school to be an esthetician. So yes, I will pick up Camille. You're doing your thing. That's my obligation. It ain't a problem for me to pick up my baby. I pick her up. Let's go get something to eat. Let's go to McDonald's. Let's go ride your bike, even though she broke her wrist. Let's do this because your mama and your daddy do good. I have no problem. I'm not raising the grandkids. I'm the helpmate. But there were times that they didn't like me because I was mean and I was old. Now they realizing, damn it, I was young as hell because I had them at 17 and 18. So my job was not to be their friend. My job was to be their advisor and their parent and be the adult in the situation. So me being an adult, seeing what you can't see, some of the things that I do, you may not like because you can't see what I done seen. Like now, I tell you, I ain't just get 50 from nowhere not seeing nothing. Me and my daughter, me and Monique sat on the phone this morning for about 2 hours just talking. She telling me about her friends and different stuff that's going on, and we just talking about life. And she's like, look at me early in the morning gossip with mama. I said, we ain't gossip, we talking facts. But that's how much I love my babies. Love them enough for them not to like you. They'll be all right. They'll always come back because they know I'm going to give them wise advice. And like now, my job is not to parent. My job is a counselor. I'm just an advisor to them. They come to me for advice. And I like that. I don't have to parent any longer. I'm the advisor. And it's so wonderful being the advisor. So they come to you for stuff. What we was talking about? She was saying, Monique was saying her back was hurting and stuff from standing up so much. I said, Monique, them Crocs are good in theory, but go get you a pair of Hokas. I said, since I got my Hokas, I love my Hokas. I said, and get you a massage. You probably have a lot of knots and stuff in your back. You can massage me. I said, I don't feel like massaging you. Contact Paul, our massage therapist, and let him come up to the salon and give you a massage. I said, Monique, I had a massage last Wednesday. I get one once a month, every 4 weeks. She's like, you do? I said, I've been getting a massage since God doggone by June. Every 4 weeks, I get me one. I missed 2 months because he went out of town. He was in the army or something. But that's just something I do for myself because I realize how I work out and stuff and my back gets so tight. And she's standing up all day doing hair, and the floors in the apartment complex are concrete. I need to call her about that. Those floors are concrete. They're not rugs. That's another reason her back could be hurting like that. You're standing up on concrete and you wearing those Crocs. You need to wear some good shoes, supportive shoes, and get a mat to put on the floor where you stand at. And so I'm just the advisor now. The advisor role is awesome because you get your freedom. You get them to come to you for stuff and y'all talk about stuff, but you don't have to be the mama. You ain't got to do all that mama work no more. Jesus Christ. Ugh. Spend so much time doing all that damn mama work. I ain't got to do no more. I could be the grandma. Which is wonderful. I love being grandma. Get to love them and everything, and they gonna go about their business. That means you can do what you still want to do, but you still have a child you can love on and talk to and listen to. And sometimes Camille know every damn thing. You got to stop her. Hey, you ain't been around enough, because she always got a comment and thinks she know everything. And ain't scared of nothing, just doing. So sometimes you got to, hey, hold your horses. But anyway, y'all, let me go on and go. I got to pick up my baby. Make a little stop before I get there. So good talking to you. If you have any questions, inbox me. But remember, Rising CEO Academy. Look at my my cover photo on my phone. And go to my page, Rising CEO Academy. Sorry, y'all, my nose itching. I am sitting outside. Thanks for tuning in. I'll talk to you later.